Hey everybody, welcome back to Northern Lion Plays The Binding of Isaac Rebirth. We're going to use the random number generator again today, so it's from 1 to 10, 1 being Isaac, 10 being Eden, I guess, and we're just going to hit the button here. 7, I think that's Samson, we've had 7 before. Well, not necessarily my favorite character, but nothing wrong with it either. I do want to point out, well, let's count this out first so I don't accidentally hit the lost by accident. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It is Samson. I've had people suggest, instead of doing this weird, you know, Isaac Eden random thing, and random without the lost, FZG0 JFFD, why not just go through all 7 characters in order? So we'll do like Isaac, Maggie, Cain, Judas, Blue Baby, Eve, Samson, etc, etc, etc. I'm actually pleased that I think I got that order right, considering I can never remember how much HP they actually start with. Anyway, I think that's not a bad idea, so again, you know, because I'm a slow-moving Imperial Dreadnought, I will ask you guys to give your opinions on that, and then we'll see. Finally, those videos have gone out where I asked people if they wanted to see the Lost in the rotation, and it actually seems like it's not an even split, but it's fairly close. About 2/3 of people seem to prefer the use of an online randomizer and not see the Lost. 1/3 prefer to have the option to see the Lost. So we're going to continue, I think, avoiding the Lost for now. I've done polls on Twitter. I've done polls on YouTube. Like, there's been comments that have done straw polls. I've done, you know, plebiscites on Twitch. And everybody seems to, or every one of those seems to pretty much end up in, like, the 2/3 versus 1/3 range. So I apologize to those of you who do want to see the Lost. Maybe we'll come up with a more elegant solution in the future. But, you know, public opinion doesn't lie in this case, I think. And I'll admit that it's convenient for me to be able to just be like, okay, well, there's one of the major things that's gone. I think if you have, like, a 3 streak, it's cool to see someone play the Lost. And it would definitely be awesome if I random the Lost at, like, win 80 and 1 or something like that. But people are attached to the streak now, and or they seem to be based on their opinions anyway. And I'm very happy for that. So let's try not to let him down. Obviously, Robo Baby is a terrible pickup first. Paralysis is not so bad. There is a Tinted Rock, and I would like to access this Tinted Rock. Wow, there's a lot of good uses for bombs here. My hope is that, well, never mind. My hope was going to be that we would get, like, the cardboard box or something like that here, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be at all conceivable, so instead we'll probably try to go to our shop, maybe buy a Spirit Heart, and buy a bomb. And actually, what we can also do is play the self-sacrifice room. If we were going to play it, we probably should have played it earlier so we could have gotten the damage bonus from Bloody Lust, but it's largely not that big of a deal. Might even get Steven here. We've given ourselves a slightly larger chance, but no, Steven is still like a very, very rare drop. This would be such a good floor to have the ability to fly on. There's another Tinted Rock hidden back there. Let's first go to our shop, just to make sure that we actually can get a bomb, or at least a Spirit Heart if there is one available, because I don't want to hurt myself a lot and then not have the ability to get our HP back. So there is a Red Heart available, and Mom's Key. We're blowing up the Tinted Rock. We would expect it to be a Spirit Heart, so let's just do it this way first. I will step on it again. Okay, we got a golden chest, which I actually can't do anything with, unless I want to buy a key and open it, which I may. Let's take our bomb. I would like to have an arcade on the next floor. So there's like way too many things that I'm interested in buying right now. Just don't walk on the spikes and don't blow yourself up with a bomb, for God's sake. I was just about to say, I swear to God, I was just about to say, please don't be a fucking golden chest. And it was. So I think what we have to do is buy this and say, you know what, an arcade on the next floor is much less meaningful than having a decent amount of HP. And I'm going to open this golden chest in the hopes of starting a chain reaction. We got more HP and a bomb out of it, but the bomb doesn't actually do anything for us. I got to admit, though, I'm actually. Sure, I'll try this. I'm actually pretty happy to have the HP, even if it's just a half red heart, because I was a little nervous about going down to the next floor with 1.5 hearts. It should be fine, but you never know, man. So I think I went a little out of control there, but at the same time, you would expect a Spirit Heart or not a Spirit Heart necessarily, but yeah, you know what? You would expect the Spirit Heart to pay out from a Tinted Rock. And you wouldn't expect 3 golden chests in a row, or 2 golden chests in a row to show up from those payouts, especially when they're considered relatively minor percentage chances, I think. Maybe, like, not minor, but certainly not the majority chances. So This is an interesting situation, and we've been putting ourselves in a lot of interesting situations lately. I'm very glad that we're on the basement as opposed to the cellar. It really limits the pool of bosses that could completely fuck us over. But we're low on consumables. Every single consumable except for money, basically. And there's a key. And that is actually great. So we are in Plan S here, which is not Plan Shit, it's Plan Shop. It's in our best interest without a doubt. I'm actually glad we have Robo Baby, so I can hit these guys over the rocks, even if it's going to take forever to do so. Did get the job done. And I think we killed another fly over here with Robo Baby as well. But yeah, our shop has to be our #1 priority when it comes at least to our one key. If we get more keys, of course, we can switch it around a little bit up to sundown, see where the bad guys are to be found, and make them lay down. One bomb could get that tinted rock, or it could access the golden key, both of which have an interesting possible, you know, subset of permutations that could result as a result of them. This is good. I'm trying to keep myself as far away as possible because I have been known to hit these guys and with that knockback from the shots fuck myself over a little bit. Okay, we can totally go to this now. I was gonna have to deal with the decision of whether or not we fight the boss, considering we didn't have a Spirit Heart. Would, you know, have implications for our deal with the devil, but instead we got lucky and a Spirit Heart just randomly dropped, so I was a little scared. Now I find myself not being nearly as scared at all. I think we got a really good chance to get some momentum here, and Samson's one of those guys where, you know, if we can get some high damage right off the bat, especially if we can keep our red hearts and have a chance to take advantage of Bloody Lust, we're in a pretty good spot. Pageant Boy, look, let's be honest, it could be a lot better right now. 7 cents is a pretty shit drop, but Whore of Babylon is a decent enough pickup, especially if we can get an IV bag. If we can keep a lot of red hearts, you know, in contrast to the way that you would normally play with Eve, if we can keep a lot of red hearts, we can get a huge damage bonus every single floor by putting ourselves in the Whore of Babylon state with the IV bag. So, arcade, I probably should have been hit there. Arcade meta is something I'm going to pay a little bit of attention to. We still want to go to our shop first, just in case we don't get another key, so let's go down there and make that happen. Whore of Babylon, one of those interesting items, that's not our shop. One of those interesting items that is not immediately useful, but definitely has the potential to make this an incredible run. I want to kill this green dude first, because he fires a lot of shots and is also one of the more annoying kinds of champions. There we go. That was just terrible damage that I don't really have any excuse to offer in my own defense. So what am I looking for from the shop? Well, if I buy a bomb, that can give me unlimited keys. Or we could access the tinted rock with it, but unlimited keys might allow us to get that anyway. So I think it's best to buy a bomb, which is available, okay. Fanny Pack and Piggy Bank are both okay, but I think we can actually just buy another key as well. I think I'll buy a Spirit Heart. So I'm going to skip Fanny Pack, I'm going to skip Piggy Bank. Instead of getting the golden key, what we could do is blow up a tinted rock, but I think it's better to get the golden key, because that'll allow us to get into our shop and our not self-sacrifice, but our reroll room, and we'll see what our reroll room, double key room here is. And if it's got golden chests, which it does, this was actually a really smart play, and now hopefully we'll get our bombs back. Well, yes. We don't really need that, but that's okay. Yeah, this worked out pretty nicely for us. We could actually get Fanny Pack now if we wanted to. But let's go to our item room first. It's been a little bit of a slow burn here, but I think it's still, this is the right way to play it. We get a Forget Me Now. Absolutely, we're going to use this here. Let's go back and get our Tinted Rock first, and I think I'll try to buy Fanny Pack or Piggy Bank. Probably Fanny Pack, because I think the consumables are better than just money. And then we'll try to keep ourselves above 5 cents so that we could spawn an arcade on the next floor. This is looking really, really good right now. Every extra floor that we can get in the early game gives us a ton of momentum. That doesn't hurt, actually. We traded a bomb for 5 cents and a key. Nothing wrong with that. So we'll get Fanny Pack, and then we'll just pop, we'll pop this. We could look for the second secret room or the secret room. I don't think it's that meaningful. We'll pop the Forget Me Now, and then we'll do the second floor all over again. And the second floor is like the ideal one to do over again, because it's a good intersection of easy, but also probably or possibly giving you a great chance of getting some good payouts. If I could choose what floor to do over again, it would always be the second floor. Short, guaranteed deal with the devil. I think it's still a guaranteed deal with the devil, even if we got one on the last floor. And easy, at least theoretically. I always, or at least often, do that to myself there, but that's okay. We're going to fight Monstro here, even easier than our last boss. Hopefully this gives us a chance to redeem ourselves somewhat, because effectively we got nothing from our item room. Well, it depends how you want to think about it. We either got nothing or we got this whole floor from our item room, depending on your perspective. But last floor we got Fanny Pack and Pageant Boy and Forget Me Now. So in a weird way, we got pretty much nothing to take with us. We also got Whore of Babylon, but we haven't gotten anything out of that yet. So this could give us a chance for redemption here. Squeezy with the Tears upgrade and the extra survivability is nice. And the Krampus fight, at the very least, this is a free Krampus fight. So whatever we get, we're going to be able to use. Obviously, some of it probably more long-term than others. And actually, in a weird way, I'm glad to not lose more HP. Yeah, that's good. I'm glad to not lose more HP because, oh, every fucking time. I do want to go back for those bombs. I'm glad to not lose more HP, if you'll allow me to finish my sentence self. Because we can play our arcade and possibly snag an IV bag out of it, and we don't have an active spacebar item to take away from it. So, pretty much, you know, short of getting, like, Polyphemus Brimstone in our first few rooms, this is going according to plan. Relatively ideal. A strength card is a decent asset when it comes to playing the blood bank more often, basically. I'm assuming if we use that with, like, IV bag, we would get the damage bonus, even if the HP didn't come with us. You know, we could get that extra heart, get 2 more plays out of an IV bag or something like that, and then be good to carry that damage with us for the rest of the run. Very, very nearly walked on the spikes there. That's alright. And Robo Baby, enjoy your relevancy. Enjoy being relevant while it lasts, because pretty soon I am probably gonna treat you as a lightning rod for criticism if this run goes off the fucking rails, because you are not beautiful to the streak. You are not conducive for me. Robo Baby. That's the best I could do. I don't think we can get both of those pills with 1 bomb, which makes it a little bit less viable, I think. Man, we got so much money. Yeah, okay, I'll take Ludovico Technique. Some people hate it, but nobody hates it as much as, like, Cursed Eye or anything like that, and I actually quite enjoy it. Well, this is actually good. Let's see what this pill is. Puberty, and then the blue one is a health upgrade, and I think there was a blue one in the assortment of pills. Oh, it's not the same kind. Yeah, okay. I don't think it was the same kind anyway. I might be making a mistake here, but I'm pretty sure that this is correct. Let's try here. So I think it's here then. Get a battery charge, which is really, really useful, of course, when you're rocking Shoop da Whoop. Great item, huge help. And I don't think we actually really want anything here, but I'll take BOGO bombs because we're probably going to be financially okay. And it would be nice to have more bombs in the future. So what is that now? Like, I lost a spirit heart and a half from that room? Let's remember that if I find myself in a really difficult position moving forward. We are still not, like, that Forget Me Now didn't really completely change the game for us here. But we did get Ludovico Technique, we got Lump of Coal, we got BOGO bombs, which is a little bit less exciting, I guess. There's some excitement to be had here. Now, we don't have any respawnability. So I gotta not take as much dumb damage as it seems like I'm trying to take here, but we will go into our curse room, completely in contrast to what I just said, and there's another health upgrade for us, and Hematomesis, which is a little dangerous, but largely okay in our current situation. We picked up a little bit of a damage bonus from the damage that we've taken there, if you want to frame it as positively as possible. Tears down sucks pretty bad. Pheromones is not good enough to make me feel great about this situation we found ourselves in, but hey, you know, at least we've gained some more information about our situation. And actually, Tears Down with Ludo is maybe not quite as bad, because you don't notice it. Like, mathematically, we know this one? Hematomesis again. I think Hematomesis probably beats the strength card for playing a blood bank in the future, so we'll try that out. I'm also going to try this out. We really don't see the effects of the diminished tears. Okay, that's okay. As much as we would if we had, like, a low rate of fire. So psychologically, at least, I feel like it's maybe not quite as deleterious. And, you know, morale plays a role. Although I went off on that morale plays a role tangent in our last episode, and then morale played no role. It just ended up being, like, a super long-ass run. Oh, this room has been showing up a lot lately, and I dislike it. But, again, with Ludo, we can very easily kill these enemies in, I don't want to say one hit, but we can kill the spawn in one hit. We can also just endeavor to kill the Teratomo parts over the gaps, and if we kill them over the gaps, they won't spawn silkworms, and that's easy enough for us as well. Alright. Item room. I would love to see good tier effects. I would love to see shielded tiers. I would love to see Strange Attractor. Those synergize super well and interesting with Ludo. Firemind is also one of those ones that's very dangerous most of the time, but I feel like with Ludovico technique, it's actually a little bit more viable than it otherwise could be, but we do have to be a little wary about this. Yo, where's my BOGO bombs at? Oh, this is where we were, so this is Hematomesis. Hematomesis is not only worthwhile as playing a, or for the purposes of playing a blood bank, it could actually save us if we end up in a position where our survivability is just completely fucked. The thing that kind of sucks about Firemind is that after there is an explosion... Ooh, telepills again. After there is an explosion, we have to reset the Ludo tier. So it actually seems like a little annoying for fighting bosses. Maybe it's actually horrible. I don't know. I'm just a vessel for the run to propagate itself through. Blank card. I mean, obviously, yes. Blank card would be awesome here. But we don't have the money for it yet. However, there's a reasonable chance that we could get the money for it because we have petrified poop now. We know that that's telepills as well. We could telepills into like a secret room. Let's try it anyway. Ah, okay. I did not go to this room and would have been remiss for not going to this room because it's giving me a pretty sweet haul here. They all dead? I think they're all dead. We're up to 17 cents, so that is blank card. Being ready, being available. Actually, I guess against bosses, I'm going to be happy to have Firemind, because if the Firemind tier explodes, it will leave a fire on the ground, which will do damage as I reset the Ludo tier. So, it should be... It should come out in the wash, at like the very least. Keyboard kind of froze up there for a second. I'm waiting for that to end the streak. One bad, you know, keyboard situation. You remember that Cameron Diaz, Justin Timberlake film from 2011, Bad Keyboard? It's a classic. Ah, that's perfect. Okay. That is exactly what we're looking for. That is not. That is not. In neutral form, that might be better for us, but that is not. Okay, good. I still don't have a need for Hematomesis on this floor, but we're so close to having enough money to buy blank card and still... Oh, this is perfect. To buy blank card and still have the chance at an arcade on the next floor, which, actually, now that I think about it, if we're going to be rolling blank card, the arcade is not quite as meaningful as it used to be, but it would still be nice to get the choice to have IV bag, and it would still be nice to have a chance to get a blood bag. Both of those are worthwhile. So it's going to be another run that's a little bit on the slower side. We know this? Strength, right? It's going to be a little bit on the slower side, but that's not a bad thing at all, necessarily. A bomb there would be nice. What do you think? Do you think a bomb could swing that for us? We could play the Keybagger as well, but kind of in the business of just telling the Keybagger to go fudge itself whenever possible. I think I may buy a bomb. We won't be able to buy a bomb. Well, maybe the fires will work out for us. If we don't get an arcade, we don't get an arcade. I think it's worth it to take blank card with us. And actually, with blank card, probably better off not taking Hematomesis. Instead, we'll take Strength so we can use it once every 4 rooms. It was down here, down here. Alright, now we'll go through to the boss. So, blank card Strength, not too great, but definitely the potential is there in the future. We can get some good cards. We did... Oh, whoa. I was fairly convinced that we had already finished this floor. My mistake. I guess we teleported to the boss, so we still don't fully know where the boss is in actuality. Oh, that penny. Those pennies, they could have been useful. Alright, we have been in here. Let's shoot the fire. Again, an arcade is really meaningful for us. Yeah, there we go. At least now we have the chance to get an arcade. It's not a guarantee, but the chance exists. And we do have a deal with the devil coming on our boss fight here, so we should be aware of it, but we should also be a little bit concerned about our HP, but let's check it out. Necronomicon is not worth it, and we've already taken a deal with the devil, so we're not going to take the Necronomicon. I mean, if we get a death card, we already have a better Necronomicon made in the way of the blank card, so this is fine. It's good, actually. Are we actually on the caves too at like 18 minutes? This run is way too strong to be this slow, but I appreciate it either way. Yeah, it's caves too. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say that boss rush is probably not going to happen on this run. Contrary to my desires. I'm still on the fence about Ludo blank card. There's some positives, there's some negatives. Let's use our strength card. And, oh right, we have fanny pack, so we would expect to get a decent amount of consumables dropped from this as well. Plus, we'll get a huge damage bonus on this floor, plus we'll get a lot of money, plus the chance at some kind of payout, and, of course, Whore of Babylon State at the end of it. Alright, we're not... Oh, we are at 15 cents. We're exactly at 15 cents, and I can already tell our shot speed is better. We do need to be still a little concerned about our HP. Oh, we're killing things so quickly now. But we need to be a little concerned about our HP because we've gone low in the hopes of getting, you know, a blood bag, basically. Oh, we blew it up. On big rooms, this Ludo tier is actually, Ludo Fire Mine, I should say, is actually a little bit of a negative because if it blows up, I have to cart it across the entire freaking level again. Explosive Diarrhea. This is actually fine here. We got no mushroom pills out of it, which is a little surprising. Sister Maggie, at the very least, means that I don't have to worry about getting Sister Maggie from one of our many, many deals with the devil approaching. I'm happy for the Spirit Heart, is not what I was going to say, but what I was going to say is, like, I'm feeling comfortable on this run, but I'm not fully there yet. Yeah, I mean, you can never feel fully comfortable when you know that one reroll room is going to, you know, completely change the game if you find it, but I'm at a I can't walk... Oh, that was creep. I was like, I can't walk through my own fire? That doesn't seem right. I thought that mechanic worked exactly the opposite way. Perfect. Perfect. We should be fine. Let's assume we don't ever get a reroll room on this run. We should be fine, but, you know, shit can happen, basically. We might want to go back to our arcade with the strength card, play it a little more, but I wanted to see if there was greed in here. I'm not going to take the stopwatch. I will take the red heart. I will take the spirit heart. We're probably, because we have petrified poop, I'm assuming we're going to get enough money to make it work anyway. Let's go check out what our rune is here. We have blank card. Blank card Dagaz does definitely beat blank card strength. In a way, this basically means that I do not, I don't need black candle. I basically have black candle by virtue of the fact... Ooh, that was a tough dodge there. I have black candle pretty much by virtue of the fact that I can purify curses within 4 rooms. Yo, if some of this fire would actually end up on top of Gertie, that would be really nice. On top of old Gertie, all covered in cheese. I forgot that I ruined Whore of Babylon. And when weak in the knees... Well, we got synth oil anyway, so that's a solid pickup. Guppy items, please. We're ready. Willing and able. Health up is fine. Paralysis is slightly less good, but at least... You know, it's rare for a deal with the devil to give you a health upgrade, so I guess we'll act like it's a big positive thing. We can do our boss trap room on this floor as well. And this is always... Oh, that was bad damage. This is always the delicate tightrope act of any Samson run. We are better when we have lower HP, but you still do need HP to live. So, we have to strike a balance between, at least as long as we don't have a ton of Spirit Hearts, which I'd still say we don't have a ton of them. We need to strike a balance between low HP, high damage, and also, you know, our own well-being. What do you think here? Do you think we take Child's Heart? I think Child's Heart is not a bad pickup for us, and gives us more red hearts that we can use, so I appreciate it. Actually, Master of Unlocking is also really tempting. Man, these payouts are really good. I'm thinking, like, with Petrified Poop, what do we need, or with this amount of money, what do we need Petrified Poop for at this point? Probably not that much. Probably should have taken Master of Unlocking right here. But actually, I might want the red hearts to play the Blood Bank instead. If we get more red hearts here, of course. It's a quality problem to have right now. We're in a really good situation where there's a variety of awesome trinkets, many of which would conceivably help me out a lot on my run. Did we pick up? We must have picked up a half red heart there. I'll pick up the full one as well. Like, I want to make this run in such a way that we don't need to rely on Whore of Babylon, but if we can get Whore of Babylon and still survive, it's very, very nice, of course. Fanny Pack is just, it's holding me down here. DJ Khaled featuring Chris Brown style. One more play. There we go. Alright. I can live with this. We're at 42 cents, and we're still taking forever on every single floor, but it's a net positive, I'd say. Let's save the Degas rune because we're almost at full HP anyway. We could get a half Spirit Heart out of it, but, well, actually we'll use it like right in here. I wanted to save it to maybe purify our next floor earlier, but, well, we actually can still pretty much do that right here if we want. Okay, there's not too many rooms left, ideally so. Pyromaniac, I guess, would still be something that I would be very much interested in. And of course, now we're going to have the option to take the left hand as well. I'd still be interested in Pyromaniac because we're going to explode ourselves a lot thanks to Fire Mine. But if we're not going to get Pyromaniac, instead, I would just like the ability to fly so we can stay away from our tiers more easily. I don't really care what this Blood Bank does at this point. I appreciate that it has helped me get into the Whore of Babylon state. It's given me a lot of money in the process. So thank you for that. And we'll keep Child's Heart just for my own peace of mind. I think it's a good thing. This is like, I love this room. It looks like Super Meat Boy or something. I wonder if that was intended. You know, I don't come from the high school English school of thought where it's like, well, when, you know, Douglas Robertson wrote that, you know, he was eating a herring sandwich, the herring represents the proletariat. Yo, maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I don't really want hematemesis here, even though we could use it to play, our situation. I mean, people get bent out of shape. They say, "Oh, maybe the author probably didn't mean that." That's true, but that doesn't mean that literary criticism is invalid if it still illuminates, you know, things about the world around us, you know? As people are way concerned about objective truths and stuff like that. Keep that shit in science, which is also a grade discipline, of course. I'm just saying, you know, you can't judge all academic disciplines by the same merits. Anyway. I am an idiot, but that's okay because we've got the Degas rune here. That being said, maybe that room does look like Super Meat Boy, and the proof of my analysis is that the room kind of looks like the Super Meat Boy. I am an idiot, and I'm taking a lot of damage, and I'm starting to feel a little nervous about the situation, but this is just my way of giving myself some room to use the Degas rune with blank card and still get the damage bonus from Bloody Lust. That's my philosophy, definitely working as intended. I do think that we probably got like a 90% chance of winning this run. Our damage is just too good, and we have way too many chances to improve ourselves in the future, thanks to the goat head. I don't really want the HP necessarily. In fact, I would actually prefer to give red hearts up at this point for nothing, so that I have more room for the Degas rune to work. I might have to use a bomb to knock that away from the door on the way down. Or you could just take this way, but, you know, one bomb wasted is not a huge deal if it helps me out. Yeah, it would be in my best interest to have as many spots open to Spirit Hearts as possible. So now we have Degas rune, or sorry, blank card, credit card. I'll admit that sounds amazing. However, it's inopportune timing because I was literally just talking about how I want to give up red hearts. We could save some money, but we also have a lot of money. So, in one of these weird twists of fate that is going to make many people... I will take this, though. That is probably going to make several people somewhat angry with me. Blank card AWAS is kind of interesting, too. I think that it's... Wow, they all paid out. I think it's in my best interest to maybe... Oh, I already been there. I already been there, he says. It's in my best interest to maybe not take the credit card. Although, this enhanced speed down is pissing me off. It's so bad because of the Whore of Babylon pickup. Or the Whore of Babylon loss, I should say. So we use the AWAS rune. I still think blank card Degas is what we want to have going for us here, even if we are at full HP right now, which makes me seem like a hypocrite. It's so... I'm choosing to spend money here by not even using the credit card once out of laziness. And it's a really bad idea, but at the same point, it's probably not going to make a difference. We could have just walked back for it, though. I'm not going to argue with you on that one. Tears up. Hey, that's way better than tears down last time I checked. Explosive diarrhea, not necessarily immediately useful. We'll take this again. I might forget this at some point. Don't get me wrong. This was like... It's a dream situation to have the option to get blank card, credit card. This is just one of the very rare situations in which I think that it's actually maybe somewhat suboptimal. But I could be very wrong about this as well. I don't really want Pulse Worm. I actually, like, I really do not want red hearts. I'll take Pulse Worm. It'll be weird. I gotta do something weird on this run. I can't be entirely min-maxy. Yeah, I'm actually really happy with what we've got going on here. And just because I'm probably gonna win with this doesn't mean I'm making the right decision. But this is the safe decision for sure. A decision that I think is gonna have a really good chance to work out well for us. Got double Chad fight. I'll probably get hit here because I'm so slow. And bad positioning, but largely a lot of that is going to be the slowness, not going to lie. We might as well pop this right away. They are both dead. That guy didn't even have a health bar. Got a range upgrade, which I think is probably meaningless, and there's our deal with the devil up here. We got to take him, obviously, and it's a good thing. And again, I really think that it's in our best interest to not even pick up the extra red hearts. I want more space for spirit hearts because that's going to really help me out in the future. And certainly we do not need the Whore of Babylon state, but it would be nice to get it. And we do have a chance at an arcade here. We're at 30 minutes. I still can't figure out how there's like a 3-minute discrepancy. Might as well take the hearts at this point, I guess, if we're going to play a blood bank on this floor. I still can't understand why there's a 3-minute discrepancy between like my recording time and the amount of time that's actually taking place on the run. I'm assuming that maybe there's some kind of time runs slower in Isaac or something like that. I have no idea. Yeah, why don't we do this? And again, I'm assuming money's not going to be too much of a problem. Telepills. Well, you can't blank card telepills. I really need to be kinder to our donation machine, man. I've been quite rude to it. We'll save 1 penny just so we can get into our arcade. It's pretty likely we'll probably get a penny over the course of the rest of the run. Well, there you go. But at least we did give something back to our donation machine. And the mulligan here is of staggering worth. So many cards. Do we have like a crazy luck stat or something? Well, okay. I jinxed it a little. Blank card Empress, it's something, but blank card Degas is definitely what we want to go with here. So that mulligan pickup is actually stellar. Cricket's Head doesn't hurt either. Now we've crossed the other side of the threshold. I definitely need Whore of Babylon less than I ever have on this run, but I want it more than I ever have just to see how large our tier can become here. And there's some other stuff that we can do to make it even larger, I guess, like, you know, buying those pills we always get spammed in our inbox. And trust me, they don't fucking work. But we're gonna digress from that and move along and put those dark days behind us. What I was getting at, actually, is, does this even work? Well, yeah, that's weird. I think Pulse Worm's a little cooler, but that was not very smart. That is definitely strange. We're gonna get a lot of Spirit Heart payouts here. We have Gimpy, and we have Nun's Habit with blank card Degas, so full health is not even an issue. Should be able to get into that boss trap room. Boss Rush is not in the cards for us at all. There's a black card already, so we're already at full health. And actually, we got IV bag as well. It's so tempting to take the IV bag with us, isn't it? Get rid of blank card Degas. The blank card is so good, but the extra damage and guaranteed Whore of Babylon might actually be better. I know. Let's put it this way. I'm very privileged to be in a situation where I can make decisions that are going to make people angry, because it means there's a couple of good options, right? There's several options that we could take that are all going to be good. I think that this is the right call. We're going to be generating so many Spirit Hearts as a result of having Gimpy, you know, decent luck stat, etc., etc. And this is exactly what I've got to be worried about, is the ability to keep ourselves in the Whore of Babylon state. And, I mean, as you can see, we've generated more Spirit Hearts than we know what to do with in 2 plays. So I'm feeling like this is the right call, even though it flies in the face of blank card. I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's just be honest about it. You guys want to see something cool? Check this out. Hit yourself with the IV bag before you walk into the curse room. It only takes red hearts away. Allows you to get your Spirit Heart on the way out if you have Gimpy, and it works out in your favor. So, you know, it's great news. I'm very happy about the situation we find ourselves in. We can get rid of the Degas rune if we want to. Might as well play... You know what? Let's save it on... No, we want to beat Mom as fast as possible. We could use the damage bonus. We probably already had the damage bonus now that I think about it. That's alright, though. Halfway through the Mom fight already. Tier large enough to hit, like, all sides of the Mom fight right away. We're at 30 minutes! That's actually kind of hilarious. Okay, let's see what we got in here. More just red chests. Guppy items, man. I mean, we have the mulligan already. Actually, a tears upgrade is pretty good. Health upgrade is not. I'm very happy to have as many spirit hearts as we can here. And we'll take our red heart. Oh, we won't be able to use it immediately on the next floor, but that's okay. So again, like, this should be basically unlosable at this point. Why don't we use our Dagaz rune the first time we get hit here so that we can get rid of Curse of Darkness. In fact, I'm going to be an idiot. I'm going to hurt myself with the IV bag so that I can just pop that. Who turned out the lights? We need another half heart to drop. And there it is. So that I can get myself into the Whore of Babylon state. The other damage bonus associated with it. Also nothing to sneeze at. This also gives us the, it gives us permanent Polaroid invincibility. So anytime we can get to a full heart, we'll also walk over this stuff to see if we get more drops. This is working out really well for us, actually. We get a small period of invincibility every time we do this. I think this is going to give us the damage bonus. I'm happy with my decision. I really am, sincerely. And I think that this ended up being the right call. Do we know this one? Tears. Oh, yeah, we definitely want to take that. This ended up being the right call. It also gave me a good opportunity to use some of the cooler parts about being Samson, like the built-in Bloody Lust ability. And, you know, I love any run that gives us the ability to have huge damage, so I'm real happy with this. But admittedly, this run probably looks very different depending on your perspective, you know, depending on what you did on this run. Let's put it that way. So we got one more deal with the devil coming. We got a, I'll feel differently about this run if a Yara rune shows up, but we'll have Mom's Heart, we'll have the Cathedral, that'll be over pretty quick. At this point, we should probably leave all red hearts on the ground so that we can pick them up and get that damage bonus early on the next floor. You know, that provides us with some fodder there. Let's be honest, I'm probably not going to go back for it, but there is the chance. I'm just going to blow you up, even though we have a 100% chance at a deal with the devil. I don't know what my plan was there, but I think it's largely irrelevant. And this is going to be an awful lot of fly damage. I don't even know where the spiders are coming from, and to be honest with you, I don't care. Which is a sentence that is horrifying if it was said within the context of, like, you know, your house. But for me, at this personal moment, it's all totally okay. I don't think we want White Pony. We've been fighting conquests like all the fudging time here. Brimstone Ludo I've got to take just because it's strange. Yeah, this is exactly correct. And I have to take the health upgrade pill now, so I'm glad I took it with me. And the reason we have to take the health upgrade pill now is because it does allow me at least the ability to sort of give myself that IV bag payouts. You know what I mean? Like, I can play, I need to be at a 1.5 hearts to make it work. So I think this is smart. So this is going to be hilarious. You really can appreciate the smoothness of the frame rate in the game when you're looking at this, can't you? This is just beautiful. Long time sunshine. This is what I was hoping for, so we could get another damage bonus capacity on the next floor. Long time Ludo has found me. Let's go down. I can have some coffee. It's no good, man. That coffee's slightly too cold. Instead of IV bag, I think it makes more sense to play the blood bank because we could get a blood bag out of it. Unlikely, but worth a shot. Oh, we got more plays here. That's probably enough. Good, 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 good. And we got a spirit heart out of our tinted rock and not a full heart there, so we can't do shit with that. But we have so much money that we can donate to our donation machine. This is another nice situation to find ourselves in here. Allow me to caffeinate a little bit before this hits, you know, hell freezes over temperature that is not so good. Well, that ended up finishing a little earlier than I expected, but I'll just blame that on the dick pills. After we get hit once, we might as well just go for it. By the way, I bring this up every time, and I'm not, like, making fun of people for not knowing this information. But when you have permanent Polaroid invincibility, in case you're not aware, you still cannot use the IV bag. Well, you can use it, but it's going to hurt you because it takes damage directly away from you. I'm not going to, like, there's no logic necessarily behind it. All the logic in Isaac is to some extent arbitrary, but just so you know for the future. Just one of those things you're better off remembering. That was unfortunate. I need a half red heart if possible. Well, that was nice. I guess I can just use IV bag as I walk into these. Oh my god, we found a crawl space. I can use IV bag as we walk into the rocks to have no chance of taking damage. It is a black market, so I do want to keep some ability to get high damage here, but at the same time, I would like all these items so far. Okay, I think we should take... Would run Depths 2? Let's take Champion's Belt and Pandora's Box. My reasoning behind it is basically like, well, IV Bag is not going to be worth anything anyway if we take 2 items. So we might as well take the spacebar item that could give us something cool on the Cathedral, and we'll continue our trend of just giving up our awesome items in order to, you know, put ourselves in a position where we can do something zany. Now, I do have to be a little careful. After doing that, we can see that our HP is not absurdly incredible, and a couple of spells of terrible damage would suck. And also, now I have no means with which to get myself back into the Whore of Babylon state if I get hit. So, I think we're gonna ignore that curse room for now. It could work out, but it also could not. Those are the 2 options. I'm just gonna try not to pick up red hearts if possible, and we'll try to be smart about this as we move along here. I'm assuming that this is gonna be super quick. Pulse Worm is the best kind of annoying. It's like annoying, but it's also cute. You're like, oh, Pulse Worm, you make it difficult to hit the enemy, but let's be honest, we're still gonna bone later. Okay, Curse of the Unknown. Very slightly scary. Breath of Life is just god-awful. And we don't want the Eternal Heart, because it'll fuck up our permanent Polaroid invincibility. So, all things considered, we would almost objectively be better off with IV Bag, but we also, you know, we'd feel differently if we'd gotten Godhead, that's for sure. And it has happened. It's been known to happen. Somewhere on Earth, I'm sure. I'm happy to be going back to an Isaac run next. Well, again, I have to reiterate because the video's been quite long. If you want to see me go through all 7 characters in a row instead of just, you know, Isaac Eden random, let me know. That's fine as well. Let me know how you want to see Eden runs done there. Do you still want to see Eden runs? Like maybe it'll be Eden run, normal character, Eden run, normal character, etc., etc. It's going to be hard to make everybody happy with this one because I imagine there's going to be a wide range of opinions, but I'll do my best if that's what people want to see. You know, I'm in this business, and the reason that I'm able to be so successful in this business, or I mean that sounds like hubris, but the reason I'm here where I am today is because of people like you. So I want to make sure that as many people as possible are enjoying it. Probably one of the comments I'm going to get is, hey, I'd enjoy it a lot more if you would just shut the fuck up about asking what people enjoyed. You know what? Thank you for your feedback. I appreciate that as well. I will do my best, sir. Or madam. But statistically, probably sir. Not because dudes are more likely to be jerks, but because I know my own demographics. Anyway. I'm not going to get that key. I'm gonna anger people by not picking that up, and I'm going to enjoy it a little bit, but also apologize for it as well. I'll be like, you know, I understand why you're angry. At the same time, I'm like, feels good, man. Damn, it feels good to be a gangster. Damn, it feels good to be a gangster. Because real gangsta-ass players leave the keys on the ground. Doesn't really make any sense at all, but you'll forgive me, you know, this is what, hour like 450 of me screaming into this microphone playing this video game? Not every joke or reference to a cultural touchstone is gonna land. If I'm batting like 10%, I'm feeling pretty good about it. Alright, so we're almost done with this already. You gotta be wary, depending on whether or not we have curses. I can't believe how many different spacebar items we had the opportunity to use on this run, by the way. Like, we had so many different... We're like, okay, we're gonna be a Death's Touch run. We're gonna be a Ludovico technique run. We're gonna be a Brimstone run. We're gonna be an IV bag run. We're gonna be a, you know, blank card run. Now we have freaking Breath of Life. The good news is we can take pretty much any of these and feel happy about it. Although, actually, I think that our damage is going to be better with our damage than it is with Doctor's Remote. Like, I think our Brimstone will do more damage. So I'll take Blood Rights, and basically I'm taking Blood Rights as a test. Because every time I get hit, I'll find myself in a period of permanent Polaroid invincibility as long as I don't pick up a red heart. I'm thinking that it's possible that I'll be able to spam Blood Rights during that period of invincibility and make it work. But it might be the same principle as IV Bag, because I'm choosing to do the damage to myself and might not actually allow me to do it and not get penalized for it. But we'll find out, you know. At least we can maybe learn something that I'll probably forget, but have a chance to remember. You know, it's a net positive for the knowledge of the world. I just want to do something special for all the knowledge of the world. You think PewDiePie's ever going to end up in the Library of Congress? They've modernized, man. They've added podcasts. I'm not trying to say that I would lobby for it, or against it for that matter. I'm just saying, do you think it could happen? I want to be the guy who asks the tough questions here. So I think chocolate milk has effectively changed the color of our brimstone laser and probably nothing else. But we're done here. That is going to be win 62. 62, not necessarily a particularly special number, I suppose, but it's special to me because it adds another one to the streak here. Very interesting run. Put that in your effects pedal and repeat it, Owen Pallet. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. We'll be back with an Isaac run next. If you enjoyed the episode, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. And, of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.